The Twitter Files Part 2. We're going to take a look at this particular episode of the Twitter Files and kind of see what it tells us. Now, this one doesn't have the bombshells that the first one did, but there's some good information in here, so let's go ahead and jump right through it. We got a lot more bombshells in the next, I believe, 8 episodes of the Twitter Files coming. So let's take a look at what's going on. We start off, by the way, with the fundamental playing with words situation. Basically, during congressional testimony, Twitter claimed that they do not shadow ban.
Described as a former Twitter software engineer, was captured on video saying the following, quote, "One strategy is to shadow ban, so you have ultimate control. The idea of a shadow ban is that you ban someone, but they don't know they've been banned because they keep posting and no one sees their content. So they just think that no one is engaging with their content, when in reality, no one is seeing it." Is that a practice that occurs at Twitter?
No, sir, we do not shadow ban users. We do not shadow ban folks. What we do is if an account is spammy, meaning engaging in malicious automation, we will hide, make it harder for them to be found on our platform.
They visibility filter or reduce the visibility of people, posts, and topics. Basically, they're just playing a word game. We call it shadow banning. They call it visibility filtering. This is all well and good, and as long as you are truly politically neutral and applying clear rules, Section 230 protections against legal liability for platforms would apply. However, major personalities that were contrary to the narrative of government organizations were the ones that were restricted. The censorship was applied heavily on one side and lightly on the other, ensuring unequal treatment under policy. A great example of this is the account Libs of TikTok. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this account on Twitter, all Libs of TikTok does is find videos posted in public places by woke liberals is what they would call, but by those liberal personalities, and then shares them on Twitter with usually a note about their interpretation of it. Not a long one. There's definitely not exactly long treatises on these things being written on Libs of TikTok, but this is just basically reposting these people's own videos, which are publicly available. She's not going out of her way. She's not hacking people's computers and pulling videos off of them. This is just their videos that they posted showcasing what they believe. During 2022, this account was suspended 7 times. And on the 7th suspension, an internal memo was sent to the High Profile Problems Committee, or they call it actually the Site Integrity Policy Escalation Support Committee, which declared, at this time, site policy has not found explicitly violative tweets. 7 suspensions. 7 suspensions for 0 violations. Compare this to when the owner of Libs of TikTok had her home address posted. We reviewed the reported content and didn't find it to be in violation of the Twitter rules, such as those that state that you can't do things that encourage violence against an individual. That's exactly what they were doing by posting her home address. So let's take a look at what Yoel Roth said. Now, this is, again, this is them discussing how they're applying the rules. And this post basically says that the result of all of these, where they were effectively violating their own policy by banning these people, there was not a call to enforce their rules equally with well-posted and clear rules that are easy to enforce. No, the call was to research more tools to restrict visibility quietly, stealthily, and thus to amplify their own biases of their staff ad infinitum. In short, Twitter was working a political scam, which I would have no problem with if they posted a public policy stating that their biases would be enforced, how they would be enforced, and spelled out their rules in detail. and then accepted that they would no longer be protected from litigation under Section 230. But that would require honesty, self-reflection, and just a touch of integrity. The Twitter Files 2 is less bombshell and more confirmation of what we already knew. Number 3, on the other hand, delves into a really much more controversial situation, the banning of President Donald J. Trump. And that's coming soon. And that's the view from my front porch. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.